Hey everyone, if you have ever had to move mailboxes from one Microsoft 365 tenant to another, you already know how painful that process can be. You are dealing with permissions, PowerShell, user mapping, and the constant fear of dropping data somewhere along the way. In this video, I'm going to show you a tool that takes all of that complexity away. It is called Stellar Migrator for Exchange, and today we are doing a live demo. A complete M365 to M365 tenant to tenant migration right here, step by step. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you will see exactly how straightforward this can be. Now, before we jump into the demo, let me give you a quick overview of what this tool actually does. Stellar Migrator for Exchange is a dedicated mailbox migration tool built for IT admins and professionals who need to move mailbox data without writing a single line of PowerShell. It supports three main migration paths. The first one is Office 365 to Office 365, which is exactly what we are doing today. The second is Exchange Server to Office 365 and vice versa. And the third one is Exchange Server to Exchange Server. What makes it stand out is the combination of three things. First one is automated mailbox matching. So you do not have to manually map source to target users. The second one is delta migration support, meaning you can run a pre-migration pass and then sync only the changes right before the cutover. And the third one is zero data loss with real-time progress tracking, so you always know exactly what is happening. And here is the part that I think is really useful for trying it out. You can migrate two mailboxes completely free, no payment details needed for the trial. Link is in the description box below. All right, let us set the scene for our demo. I have set up two separate Microsoft 365 tenants to simulate a real world migration scenario. The first tenant is our source. I'm calling it Tech with Jaspal. This is the organization we are migrating away from. I have created multiple users in this tenant, but we will primarily migrate a user named admin with a mailbox that has emails, folders, and data sitting into it. The second tenant is our target. I'm calling it M365 migration demo. This is where we want admin's mailbox to land after migration. The user account exists here, but the mailbox is currently empty. Both of these were set up using free Microsoft 365 Business Basic trials. I'll put a link in the description if you want to do the same for your own testing. Now let us open Stellar Migrator and begin. When you open Stellar Migrator for Exchange, you are greeted with a clean interface that asks you to create a migration job. Let's put Demo Migration as the job name. We are going to click on Microsoft 365 as source and destination as well. As you can see, you have option to migrate to and from Exchange Server as well. You also have option to upload a CSV containing the source and target mapping, but we are not going to do that and instead let the tool do the mapping for us. On the next screen, you have option to choose the mailbox types that you want to migrate. We will choose primary for the demo, which is selected by default, but you can migrate archive mailboxes as well. Now, once you click next, you land on the connect to the source screen. You have two options here. Either do a auto registration, which means tool will do the heavy lifting for you in the background of app registration in Enter ID. Key thing for the app registration is using an account with global admin privileges. If this is not possible, then manual registration is the way to go. A global admin can register the application in Enter ID and then provide the migration team with the client and tenant ID along with the secret value, which is what is needed here. For our demo, we will do auto registration and let the tool do the heavy lifting. So as soon as you click on login as a Microsoft 365 global admin, you are presented with a screen to input your credentials that have the necessary access. So since we are choosing as a source, I'll choose admin at techwithjaspal.onmicrosoft.com as my source account. I am now presented with a screen to input my credentials, which I am doing now. And it is now registering an application in Enter ID, which is done. All right, after inputting the credentials twice, it is almost there with the registration completion, and we can now see the result as successfully completed. We will click on OK. Now you can see there is a green tick showing next to the login as Microsoft 365 Global Admin, which confirms the connection is now in place. Let's click on next, and now it is going to populate the list of mailboxes that are available in the source tenant. Now it has come back with the list of mailboxes that are available in the source tenant, and I can confirm there are 5 mailboxes, which is what it is showing up here. Let's click on next. Now again, we are presented with a similar screen, and we now need to connect our target. So just like the previous step, I'm going to click on login as a Microsoft 365 Global Admin. Again, I'm presented with a screen to input my credentials which have global admin access, and this time I'm going to select the Microsoft 365 migration demo tenant, as that's the one which is my target. Okay, it has done its thing and it is successfully connected to the target as well. We will click on next. Again, just like previous, it is retrieving the list of mailboxes that are available in the target tenant. 4 mailboxes available as expected. All 4 of them are showing up in the list of mailboxes. Now, key thing to note here is you also have option to load your mailboxes using CSV. We are not doing that. We are instead retrieving them on real time, but you can do that as well. Let's click on next. Now here you can see it is showing the mapping of the mailboxes. Source and target were named as admin, so it has automatically mapped my source to the target. But you do have option to map the ones that were not automatically mapped. How will you do that? You will click on not mapped and it will present you with the screen, and then you can choose the mailbox to which you want to map it against. We are not going to do that as we are just migrating one mailbox at this stage. So let's hit next. All right, in this screen, you are presented with the option to use the date filter. Now, for example, you just want to migrate the email and data that was received in last 365 days, then you have option to choose a particular time range as well. You have option to choose, for example, you just want to migrate the data that was after maybe 25th June 2025. You can put the date here and then do the thing. Again, you can also choose to migrate all items. This is what we are going to do now. Let's click on next. Now you do have option to choose the folder type. Here you have options to choose all the ones that are given by default, which includes emails, junk emails, deleted items, calendars, contacts, everything that is available. Now, if you do not want to, for example, for some reason you do not want to migrate their junk emails or deleted items, you can just uncheck it. We will leave everything checked for now, and let's move to the next step. All right, here is the key part, max concurrency. This is where you need to tell it how many mailboxes are you allowing it to migrate at the same time. By default, you get the 5 option as selected, and the maximum that is available is 10. Let's choose one and click next. Here it is presenting you with a summary of all the options that you have chosen when you were creating the migration job. We are not going to go through all the options here because we know we are migrating the admin mailbox from Tech with Just File tenant to admin mailbox in M365 migration demo tenant. I'll click finish now. So you can see the job has now got created successfully. What we are going to do is we are going to click start under the job to start the migration. Let's first click OK. Here at the top, you can see you have a start button. Let's click on that. Now, as soon as you click on start button, you can see the migration is in progress. Now here you can clearly see the progress of the migration job. At the moment, it is completed at 47%. And if you scroll to the bottom of the screen, you can see what all has already been migrated. In the right hand side, you can see the status. So it is showing you a detailed summary of the items that it is migrating at that particular in time. It is not just showing you the overall migration, but you can drill down into the sub migration steps as well. It has already migrated the archive folder, calendar is in progress. It is currently migrating the United Kingdom holidays thing. So let's give it some time. While we were talking, it has already moved from 43 to 77%. So I don't expect it to take a lot of time. And the reason is because the mailbox also doesn't have a lot of stuff. But once this migration is completed, we will go to the destination Outlook and see whether the subfolder that we had and the mail that we had in the main folder are showing up there or not. All right. The demo migration has now successfully completed, and you are presented with a little pop-up saying the migration job, demo migration successfully completed, and then at what time it was completed. It is also telling you if there is a difference in the migrated items count, you should perform the migration operation once again. To do so, you need to set the action to migrate and run the job again. And it is also giving you a note that Stellar Migrator for Exchange supports incremental migration, and repeated migration operations will only move the items that have not been migrated in the previous operation. This avoids duplicate item migration, which is one of the key things you would want when you are performing any migration. So now we have clicked on OK. Let's go through the summary here. You can see most of them are showing as 00. The holidays have been migrated, which is 61. But the key thing that I'm after was I had two mails. One of them was in inbox, and here it is showing as total item 1. And then one of them was in the payments subfolder under the inbox, which it was also able to detect. So this is what I expected. Now, let's go to the destination mailbox to see whether that email that we are talking about are showing up in the destination mailbox or not. All right, I'm now back to the Outlook folder for admin mailbox in M365 migration demo, which you can see on the right hand side of my screen. I can see there is an email in the inbox, which is what was there in my old mailbox. And then if I go to the payments folder, I do have the another mailbox that I expected it to show here. Now, the key thing to note is I did not create the payments subfolder previously. So this was also done by the tool itself. You don't really need to create any subfolders. You just need a blank mailbox and it will do its thing. You don't really need to do anything. You don't really need to worry about anything. All right, friends, if you want to try this for yourself, the link to the free trial is in the description. You get 2 mailboxes free with registration, perfect for testing your own scenarios before committing. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel. And if you have any questions about the tool or the setup, drop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer. I'll see you in the next one.